Good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's edition of the Daily Market Commentary. I'm your host, Chuck Fulkerson. Hope everybody had a great trading day yesterday as we are heading into a new week. So I have good news. I've had a couple of issues where my computer has crashed and I haven't been able to get the Daily Market Commentary out. So I'm actually getting everything all squared away and fixed up, and they're putting me a new solid-state hard drive in and cleaning everything up. But that's why I'm recording a little bit different way today. So hopefully I won't know if this has worked until it's all done recording. So hopefully you'll hear my voice. All right, let's go ahead and dive right in. S&P. So we did the weekend edition, and I talked about how I kind of felt like our breakout trade was working out in our favor, and that's exactly what's happened. We are continuing our move higher off of our market breakout. Now, be aware that we have FOMC meetings coming up tomorrow, so we may get a bit of a pullback with those FOMC meetings. So what I'm looking at right now is this area down here, which we hit in the overnight hours, could become a decent little retest opportunity if you are so inclined to give this a go. So this area right through here, I think could make for a decent retest area if we drop down into this region in the next little bit. Now, this happened right around. The reason I like it is because it was old resistance, serves as new support, and it happened right around the London Open. So that takes us back to basically flat from where we closed yesterday. But this is a decent shot to get back in and find that that is an opportunity once again. Looking at the NASDAQ, so here in the NQ, I still have not come back in the NQ to where we've got a potential short lined up. So the S&P is outperforming the NASDAQ. What does that tell us? That tells us that there's a little bit of a flight to quality that's kind of occurring. And we've got some retail sales numbers coming out this week that could all be pretty important. So I'm not going to really add anything to the NASDAQ. And if I'm going to take a long right now, I'm better off taking the long in the S&P because it's outperforming the NASDAQ, which we haven't said for quite a while. But in the NASDAQ, I've still got this area here of potential reversal if price does indeed get there. So nothing has changed on that. Looking at crude oil, so our crude oil potential reversal point is still in play. We've not come back to that area as of yet. On our live trading room last week, we had talked about a short on gold below this area here. However, we didn't like using this short because we had chopped around inside of it. So actually, we looked at the breakout as a better opportunity for that short in gold if it broke below that level. I'm going to keep this line here because I still think that this is very viable. We've gained some strength to the upside, but really that's on the weakness of the U.S. dollar. More importantly than what we've seen, gold strength is the dollar weakness, and that's pretty much what's happened in oil as well. Although oil has not responded as well to the dollar weakness as gold has. I still have my short up here. I've got a short right there. I'm not changing my short mindset until I get a higher swing low in the 4 hour. Well, I'm not. Here's my last swing high in the 4 hour, so I don't have a higher high yet, and I don't have a higher low yet. So my downtrend is still intact for the 4 hour chart, and that's really what I'm basing where the market's going, my decisions off of. Matter of fact, we're actually coming to this trend line if you were to have that trend line. So next, let's go take a look at our bonds, Aussie, Euro, and Canadian. So in our bond market, we still have our long area set up in this region down here. Price has not come into that level quite as of yet. I don't know if we're going to get to that level anytime soon, so I'm just going to leave this one on and in play. We may get a reversal right about here if you want to take a look at this area here for a potential reversal later on in the afternoon. And we are come to our Aussie level. So those of you that took the long in the Aussie, congrats. We've now reached our profit target. This has hit its objective. It took about a week or so to get there, but this one was a really, really nice trade as it's hit its profit objective. So now you can either A, take a little bit of the short. Now, if you took the short, this is not a great entry for the short based on our arrival, right? We almost touched it, came down. We've put in a new level. So you may or may not have taken this short based on our arrival into the area. So what I'm going to do now is if you're not in this short, you might want to use a confirmation style entry from this point forward. In the euro, so the euro, we've come into our reversal area and we've gone essentially nowhere. I'm going to remove this drawing for now. In this one, since we've gone nowhere, if you're not in it, don't get in it. And if you want to get in it, if you want to join back into it, you would now, if you think that this may move down from here, which there's no reason to say that it won't, you would look at a short on a breakdown below this area. Now, my fear with that is I've got a little bit of a fair price value area here. Now, that was formed at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock at night, so it's not as strong. But I got another one right here, which was formed right around lunchtime. So, I'm not a huge fan of either one of those. I'd be okay just closing out for a small profit at this point in the euro short. Canadian, we've got really nothing lined up as it's continuing its march higher. It's not come into our areas. British pound, Japanese yen. So let's take a look at our British pound position. So in the pound, we had a setup for a potential reversal off of this level here. We came close to it once, missed. Second time in, we've come close. We did not hit our activation key, however, on the British pound. And now we're kind of coming back up into it. I'm going to leave this trade on. I'm going to leave this in play because theoretically, we could still come up into here in reverse. And you've got really nice area down here that could serve for a profit target or even a long potential. Now, all of these are very much in flux waiting on the FOMC announcement, right? If the Fed comes out and they're more hawkish than they said that they've been, then all of these shorts get blown away, right? If they're more dovish, then there's a good chance that we'll see some of these shorts really hold true. So just keep that in mind. All right. Now, Japanese yen, we did not come quite to our area. For many of you that took the long on this little bounce up right here, now we had this area set up over the weekend edition. This one turned out to be a really nice run. So those of you that caught the Japanese yen trade, good job. Happy run on that trade. So that was that worked out for a really nice runner. Copper did not. So the opposite of what happened in the Japanese yen is what happened in copper. We hit the area, we came down out of it, and then just blew right through. So once again, as a matter of fact, I'm going to put these lines back on because I'll probably take a screenshot of this. Then this is I'm going to put this back on because I'm going to take a screenshot of this. This is what trading is, right? This is what it's all about. It's about having small losses when you're wrong and allowing those winners to continue to run. This was just a touch and go out of a level, but look at the reward to risk on those, depending on how you played it. But on the copper trade, you have a small risk and it gets a stop out, and that's really what I look for, right? So if you ran that Aussie trade all the way up, great, right? Those big winners will help propel your account, but you're going to take small losers, and it's how you deal with the small losers that's important. I know a lot of traders that do not deal with small losers. They just kind of they want to just they wind up just taking it on the chin, if you will, and they keep holding on, hoping that they're going to be right. There's no ego allowed in the markets. You've got to let the market tell you what's going to happen and where it's going to go. So until tomorrow, everybody, hope you have a great trading day. If you got any questions, please feel free to send me an email, chuck@iaefinancial.com, and I will see you soon. Later.